Hey there, Sagittarius, Sun, Sagittarius, Moon, Sagittarius, Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. We are wrapping up the year, and we actually have 1.5 days left of your birthday season. So I am going to pull you a birthday message. I do want to encourage you, though, to check out your Sun, your Moon, and your Rising. The Sun sign is, of course, how you feel, how you view the world. It is the core. It is the soul piece of you. But the moon is important because that's how you're going to respond and feel and react to what's going on around you. But as far as the navigating the week and day-to-day activities, your rising sign is very important. That is where you will find the messages that relate to the day-to-day activities of your life. It is your physical body, it is your personality, it is how you really interact with the world. And so I do want to encourage you to check out all of those. And if you don't know what they are, there is a calculator in the description box below. And so as you wrap up here, we have a day and a half left of autumn, and we have this autumn card coming up. So I think that if it is your birthday on Monday or Tuesday, Sagittarius, that we're really looking at next fall. So it says here, in the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvest of abundance. So as your solar return comes around for you, here's an opportunity to really create and manifest over the course of the next 9 months or so, which is really funny because you have the pregnancy card. So for some of you, congratulations, and it would be an autumn baby in that case. But I feel like it's also the spark of an idea, creation, something that you really want to do, something that is of value to you, that you plant that seed of intention. And because it's the autumn card, it has this energy around it. It looks to me like a Pentacles card. And we do have the new moon in Capricorn happening on January 2nd. And so if you look forward to that next new moon and planting your seed of intention, I think that in the fall time you reap a harvest of whatever it is that you're focusing on. And for some of you, you are looking to, it's interesting. It says debt payoff. When I looked down, what I saw was the word weight. It does say the old weight and habit of debt is lifted from your life. But for those of you who your New Year resolution is to take a few pounds off, I think that if you are ready and steady with that effort, I think you'll be fine in about 9 months. Also, if you're having a baby, that's a loss in 9 months too. As far as debt paid off, this is a really good opportunity with that new moon that's coming up in Capricorn to really focus in on financial things, because this would be your second house of what you value, and monetary issues are important. So when you are a Sagittarius rising, your second house would be Capricorn. And so that is where it is your sense of self-worth, self-esteem, things of value, financial issues. And so there's a lot going on here. And again, I cannot encourage you enough to check out Sun, Moon, and Rising. But it looks like that if you create a plan over the course of the next 9 months, you're going to be able to, with consistent, persistent behaviors, bring to fruition that what it is that you truly want and desire to bring in. So that's kind of cool. All right, let's get into this week. I'm going to do it a little bit differently. I am going to go through the days sort of, but this week really has this energy flow to it. And so we're going to take a look at, as we start the week out, the moon is in Cancer. And the moon in Cancer, we've got Mercury now in Capricorn, and it's trining Uranus and Taurus. And so it wants to take some energy of what it is that you want to transform and change and take that information out to the universe, but it's about how you feel inside. And so I kind of want to take a look at how this week is setting up for you on an emotional level. The moon in Cancer is definitely about emotional energy. And so we're going to take a look at that, because then the moon slides into action-oriented, let's create something, fellow fire sign of Leo, and it hangs out there Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And so I kind of think that is more like, what action should you take? So let's take a look at your feelings of how you're going to set up this week and how that's working out for you. So we have dreaming, awareness, discernment, and be spontaneous. Okay. You can dream your reality into awareness, into manifesting. It's part of making that plan. But I love this, is you have be spontaneous and discernment. And be spontaneous and discernment means be spontaneous, but at the same time, there is a need to have an awareness of the circumstances. And so being spontaneous, yes, making good choices. Good choices. So is it a good idea to drink and drive? No, it's not. Is it a good idea to go out with your friends? Yes. So be discerning and set up that safe ride home kind of energy there. This is dreaming, though. This was the first card that came out, and these kind of came out as clarifiers. And so I really want to talk just a moment about that. As we start off this week with Mercury in Capricorn, it's getting ready to talk to Venus, and it is about bringing this idea, this thing that you're working on, which, if you are Sagittarius rising, is all of that Capricorn stuff we just talked about. There's something that's being planned that's important to you. This is about feeling what it would be like to create, to manifest what it is that you want. Feel the energy. If you can feel the energy and hold on to that feeling, you will draw and attract to you what you need in order to actually build and create it. And so it is definitely about being a little up in your heart space and dreaming and feeling into that energy. And then we have Tuesday. Tuesday at 10:59 a.m., the sun moves into Capricorn, and that is our solstice energy. If you're in the northern hemisphere, it's the winter solstice. Southern hemisphere is the summer solstice. If you are in the northern hemisphere, let's all be really excited, because that means the days are finally moving, into more daylight. Slowly, surely, but it'll get there. And so it is a change of season, but the moon is in Leo at 4:54 p.m. on Tuesday, and on Wednesday there is this energy that's leading up to this Saturn-Uranus square that's coming up, and so there's this T-square energy, this moon opposing. The moon in Leo is opposing Saturn in Uranus. Okay, so they're opposing, and the outlet point is the energy of shifting and changing in Taurus. Taurus is energy. So if you are a Sagittarius rising, then this would be your 6th house of work-life balance, of day-to-day activities, of your physical health. And so there's an opportunity here to create a structure through a change that you make. If you choose to make the change, it's not a tower moment. It's a positive change that you are moving to take things in the direction you want to go. So what do you have here for the overall energy for this? The other thing I want to mention is we're building up to an exact Uranus-Saturn square on the 24th. And this square energy is the release point. So it is actually in the days leading up to it, while this moon is in fiery, let's get stuff done kind of Leo energy, that we're really going to be feeling this tension. And the release point happens in the overnight hours moving into the 24th if you're here in the Eastern time zone. And I only can use the Eastern time zone because whenever I try to use the other ones, trust me, it doesn't work right. I'm dyslexic and that goes crazy. So always adjust for your own time zone. But what you have here is such wonderful energy. You have Ganesha, overcoming the obstacles. So, even though there's this tension building, and there's this change that wants to be made, and this structure that wants to come in place to help create this change, there are obstacles to change, because the stuff is happening in fixed signs, and that's really a struggle. When you are a mutable sign like yourself, you're like, I don't get it. Just make the freaking change. And Taurus and Uranus and Aquarius are like, no, I don't want to move. I don't want to shift. I like things the way they are. But they're kind of being rocked around here a little bit. So obstacles will be overcome. You're being supported by Lord Ganesha. You will make these changes. The question becomes, are you using your discernment? Are you using your awareness? Are you focusing on your dreams and your desires? Are you creating the changes that you want? Or are you allowing change to happen to you because of other people's ideas? And I really don't want to say happen to you, because change always happens for us. It's always a growth opportunity. I just think that most of us prefer it when we decide what the growth opportunity is and what we're going to take. And so I feel like using your discernment and following your dreams, you can create what it is that you want to make these changes and really benefit yourself. So this next couple of days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, really kind of think about it. You know, what is it that you want to change? What are the obstacles? And hey, let's be really Capricornian about it and come up with a strategy, a step-by-step plan. How are we going to do this? I think a lot of clarity comes in the first week of January. So if you don't really know, that's okay. As long as you start to identify what it is that you want to change and what it is that you want to create and what it is you want to adjust in your life, if that awareness alone is going to put you on the right trajectory for what it is that you want to create. So at 12:17 a.m. on December 24th Eastern Time, we have that exact square. And it's at 11 degrees of Aquarius and Taurus. So planets or placements in fixed signs. That would be also Scorpio or Leo, around anywhere between, like really 1 degree to like 21 degrees. Any planets or placements you have are really going to be feeling this stress and this pressure. So you would have to look at your chart to see what there is. Again, I have a chart calculator in the description box below. And the other thing is that if it's an air sign, if you have air signs or earth signs, they're also going to be feeling this. So pretty much I don't think anyone escapes this energy. I think we feel the shift, we feel the change, there's a lot of tension, and then it slowly, over the course of the weekend, it starts to ease. We feel better. The moon now moves into Taurus at 3:24 a.m., so just like an hour later, and it actually is kind of soothing to have this moon there, kind of calming everything down. As the day progresses, we feel more and more ease and comfort coming in. It's in trine energy with Venus and even with Pluto throughout the day. It's in Virgo. I think I said Taurus. It moves into Virgo. So it's in trine energy. It's soothing. It's easy. It trines with Uranus. It trines with Pluto. It trines with Venus and and Mercury. And so on Christmas Day here in the United States, it'd be everywhere because it happens at different times points during the day. So, but on the 25th, there is this easing of tension. It's very earthy. It's very grounded. And what you have here to show up is you have the iris, which is maintain hope. Iris is like very much an early spring flower. I like the purple really reflects there that your connection with the divine, using your third eye, again, your awareness, your dreaming, maintaining the hope of what your dreams and your wishes are, and allowing time for them to grow. And honestly, this whole Venus retrograde thing that is really part of the bigger picture of what's going on right now, that really shows some movement in early March. So, and that's about when we see irises here, March. Yeah, where I live anyway. So to me, it's that kind of energy that spring will come. The winter can't last forever, and that could be the winter in a part of your life that's going on. So let's talk about winter a little bit. We're going to take a look at the winter solstice. So, well, of course, it's the summer solstice if you're in the southern hemisphere. So I wanted to I'm using the Celtic Tree Oracle to kind of take a look at what that energy is for you. I do want to finish up the week by saying a couple of things. Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas to y'all. And then for those in Canada that celebrate, and apparently I found out y'all don't, goes province by province, I found out. Happy Boxing Day to you and those in the UK that get this extra day. And happy Kwanzaa. And if I have forgotten anything, it's because I just don't know. So I'm sorry about that. If you're celebrating anything, it is a weekend to really feel the energy of nurturing and love with the moon in very nurturing Virgo. The moon moves into Libra at 11:24 a.m. on the 26th, and the moon in Libra is looking for balance in relationships. And so I think that sweet energy continues. I think it's a really sweet weekend after what is kind of a tense week leading up to it. So interestingly enough, for the solstice, you have 3 cards that came out. So this is energy for the next 6 months till we have the next solstice. Things to kind of really dig into to see what they are. And I'll be honest, I don't really know this deck very well. I just really like it whenever I get into it. But I always get the same card, so it doesn't help me. So you have here the willow tree, and you have the rowan, which is, I think those little seeds show up in the fall. And we have a yew tree, Y-E-W. So let's just take a look real quick and see what the overall messages are. I'm not going to read everything, but I'm going to definitely skim through this and give you the highlights of what's going on here. So the rowan tree here is in the Northern Hemisphere. It's November 29th through December 26th. So it's perfect, right on time. This is protection, intuition, discrimination, spiritual strength, ecstasy, astral travel, and connection with mystery and magic. Okay, so there you go. It is Sagittarius energy all over the place. The message is, I am a tree that invites you to write down your dreams. We're back to that dream energy, very important. Write down your dreams, listen to music, make art, play with the collage, build something with your hands, or simply sit quietly in the silence. Winter is a beautiful time of the year, and the extra hours of darkness allow you to enter your internal world where the riches await your discovery. Imagine that you are complete and perfect, and allow this realization to nourish you. Get on a magic horse and fly above the clouds, travel where you will. I ask you to feel safe as I offer you protection. I strengthen your ability to discriminate, discernment, and assess situations and people. I strengthen your intuition. I help you to choose the path of health, joy, and vibrancy. Allow the Great Mother to love you and support you, and allow the nurturance and care and nourishment to flow into every cell of your body. Allow this love to penetrate every situation. So, have that hope, right? Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, and let's look at what the willow has to say. And the willow is January 24th through February 20th. So I feel like there's a nice progression happening here. I think that the spring, where you maintain the hope for the spring, and I think the energy kind of shifts up when we get to that part of it. But I think during these quieter months, it's a time to go inside and create. Create what brings you joy and happiness. We always like to create from a space of joy, and what we create will put joy out into the world. And so this is the feminine principle. This is receptivity, fertility. Again, if you guys are getting pregnant, or if you don't want to, heads up. The moon and her cycles, water, emotional, and creative community. When you draw the willow, you can expect a meeting with the mysteries and the power of enchantment, magic, and the moon. You can expect to have a psychic or intuitive encounters. Dreams and synchronicities are important. Pay attention to your own intuition. Meditation and contemplation are important. This is a tree that will support you in honoring your feelings. When you are having an emotional moment, be kind to yourself. Treat all your emotions with kindness, and once they have your attention, they will not diminish. Once you focus on your dream, you will manifest it. I can't tell you enough that if you can feel what it will feel like to manifest that dream, you are 3/4 of the way there. You do have to take effort toward it. You do have to be constructive with it. You're going to have to build. You're going to have to be consistent, because the energy that's building this dream is all happening in Capricorn, and Capricorn is about structure. So it needs a solid foundation. It needs you to show up every day to chase it down, to build it, to create it. But you focusing on how it will feel to accomplish it, you're 3/4 of the way there. And then all you have to do is show up for yourself. And then the last one, the you. This is interesting. It doesn't come with a time frame. It comes with the harvest. So, this is the transformation. It is the regeneration, is the transmutation. something is going to have to be let go of in order to create something new. It is the ending of a cycle in order to create something new. You have to be willing to release and let go. You had 2 fall into winter cards here, and you have this one of the transformation. And so as the leaves break down under the snow in the winter, they feed the soil, and it is from there that they are able to nurture the seeds that are planted and they can grow something. You are going to be encouraged to allow what needs to be released from your life to go. Let it go. Oh, you have another card here. I didn't even know. When you release it and you allow it to go, when you allow the transmutation to happen, when you're willing to do this, then you heal. You complete cycles. You complete cycles that allow you to elevate. This right here is harvest. You have the court apple. So allowing yourself to release what doesn't work so you can focus on what does. And interestingly enough, this one right here, this comes in during the time of the next solstice. So you have a real nice progression here. This is June 13th through July 10th. Next solstice is June 21st. So this one shares, this is the female lineages, decisions, choices, beauty, and abundance. This is the fruited. Whatever the seed of intention that you are planting at this time, if you are willing to release and let go of the obstacles, if you're willing to clear them out and you make space, this next 6 months, you can create something whole and new and dynamic and fruitful in your own life. That's exciting. All right. Like I said, not the usual reading this week, but I'm not going to be doing any other readings this week, so I hope that this gives you a little something extra. I really want to wish you guys a really happy holiday season. I will be back next week with the weeklies, and I will also have the January readings out next week. But I've been sick, and I need some downtime, so I'm going to take it. So you guys be really good to yourselves. Enjoy the week. And really consider what it is that you're dreaming about, what you're planning for, and then plant the seed of intention and do the work. Till the ground, fertilize, prune, nurture, and grow it so you can harvest it. I'll see you guys next week. Take good care.